Hi, this is Jason with Viler Comics Collectibles coming at you with a comic review. This time we're taking a look at the Tales of Suspense, issue number 50, and this is the first appearance of the Mandarin. And Tales of Suspense was the series that Iron Man originated in, which was his origin was from Tales of Suspense number 39. So this is just later in the series when he first meets Mandarin, which ultimately becomes his biggest and baddest villain. This was published in February of 1964. And is a pretty sought-after popular comic, mainly obviously because it's the first appearance of the Mandarin. So what we're going to do is take a closer look at the cover, and then we'll go through with a little bit of a synopsis. So the comic opens up in China, and this is, 1964, so this is the communist China, and they're deep in, the red China. And it opens with 4 officers from the Chinese army going to see the Mandarin. They want to discuss with him some things, and basically they desire that they want to join forces with the Mandarin, and they want the Mandarin to show them the secrets of his powerful rings. And the Mandarin doesn't like this, obviously, and he basically, sends them on their way. So cutting back to the United States, the Pentagon asks Iron Man to go on a secret reconnaissance mission into Red China because they want to learn more about this Mandarin that they're hearing about. Iron Man has to cancel an appearance with Stark Industries to go on this mission, and when he goes to tell the employees, one of his employees, Bill, is very unhappy with that because he was responsible for setting up the whole little event, and he makes a snide comment which Happy decides to punch him in the face over. And then Stark steps in between the two, and he's very upset, and he lets them know that don't ever do that again, and he wants his employees to be able to say anything to them because he is their boss. So now we have Iron Man going to China. He jumps out of a plane, and he is spotted by a couple of the lookouts for the Mandarin, but they automatically assume he dies because when he falls to the ground, he uses repulsor boots at the last minute to catch his fall, and they automatically think he's dead because they didn't see any kind of parachute. So Iron Man slowly makes his way to the Mandarin castle, and he does encounter some of the Mandarin security forces, and he defeats them. Then he decides to fly up into the castle, and he starts encountering different booby traps set by the Mandarin, and the Mandarin is watching him through a monitoring system. Iron Man finally gets to the Mandarin. The Mandarin uses a paralysis ray to try and stop Iron Man, but Iron Man uses his chest piece to blast it and deflect it. Then the Mandarin decides to start using the powers of his rings. He uses like a high-frequency sound blast, but Iron Man does the same thing and uses a high-frequency blast of his own to stop that as well. But the Mandarin's able to get another paralysis blast in on Tony, and he's actually able to disable him and immobilize him. So we cut back to China, and Iron Man is able to kind of shake off the effects of that ray that Mandarin hit him with. The Mandarin electrifies the walls of the chamber to prevent Iron Man from escaping and moves in to fight him in hand-to-hand combat. Mandarin is basically the best opponent that Iron Man has faced to this point. He's got superhuman strength, and he's probably the brainiest of all the supervillains that he's ever faced. He's running out of power. His transistors are running low, so Iron Man calculates a specific formula that if he were to parry at a certain moment and have the Mandarin hit him, it's what the deflect rate would be to actually cause massive pain to the Mandarin. So he does that really quick. As the Mandarin goes to chop him, it basically paralyzes the Mandarin, and he's shaken on the ground in immense pain. And that just gives Iron Man enough time to fly out of the castle, and he's able to intercept the military jet that was scheduled to pick him up and take him back to the Pentagon, where he can kind of give him the intelligence he found in the Mandarin. And then Tony Stark returns back to New York, and he's able to attend the employee dinner where he meets up with Happy and Pepper. And that essentially is the end of this episode, and goes on to the next issue. So this is actually one of my more favorite comics. I actually really love the Tales of Suspense comics. I love Iron Man. He's my favorite Marvel character, and having the Mandarin's first appearance is really nice. He's obviously the biggest villain and the most popular villain in the Iron Man series, and it's nice to see where he came from. As well as the Tales of Suspense series is also one that actually they start doing a half and half issue episode with Captain America and Iron Man, which are Captain America is another one of my favorite superheroes, so it's really nice. So I mean, these Tales of Suspense comics are really, really cool. A lot of people, they think Iron Man's first appearance, they think it's like Iron Man #1, Volume 1, Issue 1, and that's not the case at all. I mean, he originated in the Tales of Suspense. But once again, this has been Jason with Violent Comics Collectibles. Any questions or comments, leave in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and I'll see you guys next time.